Hey everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to Generation X Nation. First things first, as always, thank you to each and every one of you who has subscribed to the channel, who has liked, who left a comment. I appreciate it. Keep pushing me through these algorithms. Because what I'm noticing is the YouTube algorithms have changed. I was gaining steam and then all of a sudden it slowed down. So I'm gonna need y'all to hit the like button. I'm gonna need y'all to watch at least 5-6 minutes of my video. If that's all you can do, leave a comment and keep it pushing, okay? I'm trying to get in there, people. Please and thank you. Now hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Now, with that being said, again, thank you to everybody who listens. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed. I definitely appreciate it. My commentary today will be a recap, real quick, of Real Housewives of Potomac. All right. Again, everything on my page is alleged, in my opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. Alleged, in my opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. I do my commentary week to week based on the episodes that they show. We do understand that a lot of this stuff is edited, so we may not get it right each and every time. My opinions and my views are based on my own personal life experience. I am a woman of a particular age, so I may not think the same way some of you guys think. I am Generation X, and you know we are the tough generation. So, sometimes I'm a little harsher than I should be on these commentaries, but some people just need a damn wake up call. So let's get started. We're going to talk about real quick because I want to get deep dive into Angie. So I'm just going to throw some highlights out here because I'm sure y'all done listen to everybody else's opinion. But not Angie, Angel is my focus for this particular commentary. All right. Now, of course, they start off back on the boat, ending up the dinner. Um, and everybody's still talking about what happened previously. Now, Giselle brings out a thing full of shots, a little tray full of shots, and she said, "It's shady shot time." Gives everybody a shot with a name. The two names I'm going to talk about in particular, and Giselle used wrong for this. One was Chin Check. She gave it to Angel. You know that was going to spark something in Angel. You know it was going to spark something. So now you're reliving and rehashing an issue that they already resolved allegedly back in the DMV. Okay, Giselle, that was shady. The next one is Stacy with no name on it. Continuing what she was doing. You brought her out here, put her in a room, no name on her robe. Now you got her out here at the dinner table, still don't got a name. And she keeps saying, "Well, I don't know anything about Stacy. Did she do this? Did she date Chris? Whatever." Come on, Giselle. Stacy has been on this show. I think this is her second season. And you ain't bothered to learn nothing about her. You go to all these events with Stacy. Have you sat down and just had a conversation with her? Now we know Stacy be lying. Stacy ain't, I'm sorry, I hit my mic. Stacy ain't one of these type of people who ain't, lying is not beneath her. She tell little white lies. The difference in Stacy lies and say Mia be lying is Stacy lies only hurt Stacy. Mia lies was hurting the whole family. There is a difference. Now, I'm not saying that Stacy lies all the time. Sometimes she's just not forthcoming with the truth. Now, after that, she gave this last one, and I said two, but I forgot this last one. Kay, the Giselle hater. Kay tried to explain what was going on, and Giselle put the fire out real quick and said, "Absolutely not. Table this. Wendy's not here." That lets me know Giselle is starting to consider Wendy an OG and having a little more respect for Wendy. Because any other time she would love the tea so she could run back and tell Wendy what Kay said. But she stopped that conversation. Kudos to you, Giselle. I see how you did that. All right. Um, After the dinner was over, this was odd because after the dinner was over, they got, after that, they kind of did their thing. The dinner was over. They get to the house and the camera guy still recording. And remember this, people, when you on these reality TV shows, you got to make sure the cameras are off, off, off. Okay? I don't know what he recorded on. Could have been his iPhone or something. And Stacy is sitting there telling them that she did go out on a date with Chris after denying it in front of everybody. "I was dating, I went out with Chris once." And again, if Chris is divorced from Monique, I don't care. Why do we care? It's the DMV. They probably run it. See, these housewives and certain society type people run in small circles. They all at these same events all the time. So the odds of her running into Chris and going on a date is not that crazy to me. She said nothing happened. They dated a few times. He's a nice guy. At the end of the day, she ended up with her ex-husband. Y'all need to table that, like Giselle said, and let that conversation go. All right. The next day is the yacht trip. Real quick, they get out there. Everybody got towels with their name on it. Once again, Stacy's name's not on it. Now, Giselle, and I get it. She probably ordered that ahead of time, and that was her theme going in. So she didn't have a name on the robe. She didn't give her name for her shot, and her name is not on the towel. Giselle, whether you like it or not, Stacy is a fan favorite. I don't think she's going anywhere. And I seen her on Watch What Happens Live with Andy, and he loves her. So you're gonna have to make some kind of amends with Stacy because she's not going nowhere no time soon. As long as that show is airing, I think Stacy's gonna get her solidify her spot on that show. She already has, because again, I feel Stacy's a fan favorite, even with her line. Her line is actually funny to us. We laugh at it because we know she's not telling the truth. Okay. After that, Giselle and Wendy and Kay resolved their issues. Come to find out, Kay was still holding on grudges from 3 years ago about an incident that happened at the event that Ashley and Giselle held, and then the after party where Ashley's friend, Deborah, who they called Sesame Street, but her name is Deborah, had the incident with Kay. She got bumped in the head. Kay felt like Giselle should have been checking on her, when I felt like, well, I get it. It was her and Ashley's event, but did you have that smoke for Ashley? Did Ashley check on you, or did you just want Giselle to check on you? I know her and Giselle were friends, but Ashley also invited you to the event. But, either way, somebody probably should have checked on her. But when Giselle said, hey, look, my dad was having some major issues, and we all know what happened with her father. He's no longer with us. That was more important. And I get that. Your little cat fight you was having over here did not supersede what Giselle had with her dad. And she's explaining that to Kay. And I don't think Kay quite understood it until Tia stepped in and explained her closeness with her father, and how, if how she felt after she lost her father, and she could, understand where Giselle was going through. And then they finally resolved it. And I guess Kay apologized, Giselle apologized, they left it alone. But Kay, you are not that important. Okay. That she would, focus on you when she's trying to make sure her dad is okay. Just remember that next time you want to jump down somebody's throat because you claimed they wasn't there for you. Now, after that, they go up to, everybody's having a good time, jumping in the water, doing whatever they need to do to have some fun. Later on, apparently Jazzy and, once again, Angel was having, I guess, some type of heated conversation on their way back to the on their way back to I'm sorry, to eat dinner wherever they was going. I think they changed on a lot and they went to a nice place to eat dinner. And I don't know what the exchange was, but it has something to do with somebody texting somebody, and she said something about some ugly girl with stringy hair and all of that. So of course they get dressed, they get to the dinner, they start talking at the dinner, and Tia brings up the filter thing. And I'm sorry, I have to go back and look at my notes. Tia brings up the thing about I think the filter issue again, and I'm just over all of this. um I'm just over all of this filter issue. But anyway, they're talking about, we'll go back. They talked about the wedding real quick. Um Tia brings up the filter thing, and she's going back and forth with Ashley. I'm not Ashley. I'm sorry. What is that child name? Jazzy, saying, hey, I looked at some people's Instagram posts and social media posts, and everybody use filters. I've seen yours and you have filters on. And Jazzy swears, I'm 99% of my photos are not filtered. Jazzy, everybody use filters. It didn't have to be. Everybody use filters. It's not that important. Now, how much you use, that's where it starts to look scary. Okay. So again, Angel's sitting there sucking it up, feeling some type of way. So Jazzy and Tia are going back and forth. Tia's trying to tell her it's okay, da da da. Jazzy swears she don't use any filters. And then she says she had an issue with Tia because Tia whispered to her that Mr. What was that man name? I'm gonna get his name, Mr. Sunshine. Mr. Sunshine whispered to you to whisper to her that he liked Jazzy. And Jazzy said, you were sitting there next to me and whispered that to me 14 days before my wedding. Girl, if you do not sit down, you're calling Tia fake because Tia told you this, probably in a joking manner. We all know that was a joke. We all seen Mr. Sunshine. So for you to get upset like that, was that just some type of response you was trying to get to have a moment on the show coming for Tia, who we all like? I think Tia's a beautiful soul. She doesn't give me any reason to think she's less than that. I love her slight shade. You pointing a fork in her face, and it just didn't call for that, Jazzy. Like Kay said, this man had two dreads and two teeth. Technically, literally, he didn't, but the way she said it. And you arguing about that like he's in competition with DeMarcus, whatever the guy, your husband name. That man is not in competition with your husband. Okay. And you knew it was a joke. But when Tia turned the tables and said, I don't like you mocking me, and look you dead in the face, then everybody got quiet, and then she laughed. See, she could have took that to another level. Just like you did, she could have said, I don't want you mocking me, making fun of my accent. That's disrespectful. But she did. She took it as a joke. Jazzy, come on now. You and Kay have been on, UK and Angel have been on overdrive. This whole episode was Jazzy, Kay and her issues, and Angel. Wendy was sick. Wendy was sitting back watching. Every time they said something, you could see Wendy's face, and then she'll say, pass me the bruschetta. Wendy was eating and watching. Ashley was eating and watching. And every now and then she'd throw in a flame, but she was just like, okay. You know, Giselle was trying to maintain, but you three were fighting for your spot. And we literally watched it happen. So let's get to Angel. Now, Angel, and the reason I said Tia ain't fighting for a spot, because Tia was being Tia. And Stacy was like, y'all can come at me if you want to, but it's going to take more than y'all to break me. Like she told Giselle, and when Giselle tried it and with the shot glass, and she said, okay, Giselle, you can't shake me. Stacy got the memo. She understands the assignment. She not letting them shake her. But I can tell you one thing. When Stacy do get shooken, I don't know how much pushing it's going to take, but if she ever gets shaken on that show, Stacy going to be explosive on everybody. That's who you need to watch out for. All right. So then, of course, they all get back. They leave the yacht. They go to, they leave the dinner. They had a dinner at a really nice restaurant. So just to see where they took it to was just crazy to me. But then after that, they leave the dinner. They all go to back to the place where they're staying to set up for the nice bridal shower. What the theme was called the SLT event bridal shower, I guess. So everybody came in there sexy as whatever. And I'm gonna say Wendy killed it. Wendy's just Wendy. That's all I'm gonna say. Now, Stacy with the little Bo Peep Snow White outfit. I don't know. Maybe that's a European thing because she married to a guy from German, but and I get it. She might want to be a little more conservative, like Tia. Tia had on a robe, but Tia had fishnets under that robe. Okay, I could see the fishnets. So let's fast forward to Angel and get this over with. So everybody's having fun. They're dancing. I mean, hell, even nasty ass Ashley Darby licked some chocolate off of Jazzy or whatever. It's just, psh. But somewhere along the line, they start asking about the conversation that was had between Jazzy and Angel. And Jazzy and Angel brought up the fact that some girl had inboxed her about a situation that happened in 2016 where Angel allegedly was trying to trap her now husband into marrying her and had stole $30,000 out of his account. And apparently his agent, his attorney, and his manager, whoever, told him that. And I guess he didn't care because he married her anyway. And I think they have I forget, she has two kids now or just recently had two or three kids. But I mean, she just recently had the baby by. So maybe he's okay with being trapped. I don't know. But Angel felt some kind of way about it. Once again, Angel's, feeling upset and why are you talking about this and that girl, she shouldn't have said that and this is all a lie. And then I don't know if it was Giselle or one of the other ladies, but they said, hey, well, when did this happen? She said 2016. And they're like, well, what are you crying about? It's 2024, 25, whenever they film 2025, and you're married to him now with children. Why do you care? So Angel gets really upset and she leaves out. She's calling her husband. She's crying. She's sick of this. She's sick of that. Let me say this about Angel, and I'm just going to say it. And this is where I'm going to end this thing. So I want to make this real quick because I know y'all done looked at everybody else's stuff. I think Angel has a self-esteem issue that she needs to deal with on top of postpartum. And I am not a doctor, so this is a disclaimer. But I think because Angel to me is highs and lows on this show. One minute she's happy, and then they could say the smallest thing and it triggers her, and she's so upset and mad at everybody. And then she's off in the room crying, and it's poor me, poor Angel, this and that. And I agree with Wendy wholeheartedly about we got to stop coddling her. We have to. Because if you think back on the scene, again, I'm sorry, I moved my mic. If you think back on a scene where they were in that boutique and they told Angel what Kay did with the chin check thing, and she was like, I don't know, was she chin checking? And she wasn't talking to me, whatever. And then when she get in front of Kay, well, I didn't say it like that. It's like her moods just changes over and over. When they think they resolve something with Angel and then they mention it or bring it up, she snaps. I think Angel feels a little self-esteem issue. Angel's a beautiful girl, but I think that whole filter thing got to her because I think Angel doesn't feel herself, her beautiful self, because she's struggling with the baby weight, maybe. I don't know, but maybe. She's still pumping milk, so that means the baby is at least maybe a year, under a year or two old. So she's struggling with that. She's seeing how these other ladies, when they come and they're giving, Wendy steps out, and now we know that Wendy got her money from, but Wendy steps out, bam, every day. Giselle is Giselle. Giselle going to have her fashion. Kay steps out, put together. Jazzy looking good, whatever. And not that Angel doesn't look good. Angel understands that she is the one who may have just a little, she may have a little bit extra weight on her, and it's baby weight. Now, not to shame her, I ain't fat shaming or nothing. We understand it's baby weight, Angel. If you had a child, we get it. Okay. So she may not be feeling her best self. So the smallest thing somebody says to her or about her husband or her marriage, she breaks down like a child. And I'm like, Angel, I think there's some depression there. Um, maybe bipolar. I'm not going to diagnose that because I'm not a doctor or therapist, but I feel like based on my experiences in life as a woman of particular age, I think Angel is suffering from a little self-esteem because she's not snapped back as she wants to or as fast as she wanted to, and some maybe postpartum. But let me just say this to you, Angel, before I close out. Because if you don't stop what you're doing, you're going to lose your spot on the show because we don't care that you may not have, you know, it all together right now like the other ladies because we understand you're a mom, you're a nursing mom, you just had a baby. We get it. Most of the audience are women. Most of the audience understand giving birth and having that struggle. Sometimes you had the first baby, you snap back, boom. That second baby may put a little harder on you, take you longer to snap back. We understand with age, the metabolism changes and all of that. So stop putting yourself down. Okay? Out here in the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, when that first season episode hit, Heather was probably the most plus size woman on the show. Let's keep it a buck. She was the heavier lady on the show. Heather said, "To hell with this." Heather went out there and got her some Ozempic, some Botox. She'll tell you everything she done, and she looks good now. She looks good. She may need to stop where she at now because she started to mess her face up, but she looks good. Angel, ain't nothing wrong with you doing what you need to do to make yourself feel confident. Look at Wendy. First season, Wendy versus now, Wendy done had everything sucked, plugged, tighten up, this, that, and the third. And she walk around and show it all. She don't care. And if that's what you need to do to make yourself feel good, I'm not saying go have surgery. Go down there and get you a couple of Ozempic shots. Go get you a personal trainer. Y'all got 911 houses, according to you, millions of dollars. Your husband is a professional athlete. I'm sure if he don't want to work out with you or show you how to work out, I'm sure he knows a lot of personal trainers in the area. There's all kind of ways for you to get in shape. If you don't have the time, hire your nanny or a babysitter while you go do your workout. Have them come to your house. There is no excuse. And I'm not saying no excuse for her to be the way she is. I'm saying you should not be sitting there feeling a certain way about yourself when you probably have more tools in your bag than the average lady to get it fixed and make you feel better if that's what you want to do. Otherwise, embrace it and keep it pushing, but don't use it as an excuse. I feel that she doesn't feel up to par with the other ladies. Now, with this in mind, Karen Huger, the Grand Dame, is coming back. Monique is now signed on to be a friend of the show. That's two spots that could possibly be gone. So Kay, who's on her second season, Jazzy, who's on her second season as a friend, where Kay is an actual housewife. Stacy's on her second season as a housewife, and Stacy ain't going nowhere. We like Stacy. It's just something about her. We like her. She's more of a sober, what's that lady from the first season? Katie. She's like Katie, but sober and sane, but a little kooky. Because Katie was kooky, but Katie had a lot of other stuff going on. So we like Stacy, right? And you also have uh Tia, who's new to the show. So you got Tia, who we like. We got Stacy, who we like. You got Jazzy, and you got Angel. Two of y'all are probably going to be demoted to friends of the show because I can guarantee you Karen is coming back. So somebody is losing a slot. Ain't nobody looking at 12 housewives. So they're going to have to slim it down. Karen coming back. So somebody losing the slot. And right now, Angel, it looks like you. I don't know if you built for housewives because the shade is going to be there. The slander is going to be there. The lies and the rumors are going to be there. And you got to have some tough skin to be on these housewife shows. It's just, it is what it is. That's how they operate. That's the seasoning. That's how they make the shows popular. Now, is it going to be fist fighting and stuff? No, but you're going to have some tough skin because they're going to eat you up with words. They beat you and slay you with words, and you got to be ready for it. And they will dig up dirt on you. Okay? So, with Monique coming back as friend of the show, Jazzy, you better pull that anger back and keep it cool. And what you better do is allow them a little bit more into your life. Don't hide your boyfriend in Texas and then fly down there to the DMZ and film because they're going to get tired of that and say you're not showing your real life and you may be gone. But two of y'all is either getting fired or either going to be friends of the show. And it looks like between Kate, and Jazzy, Kate, and Angel, y'all are fighting to solidify your spot. Stacy is smooth sailing. She knows she ain't going nowhere. And Tia ain't got to fight. We like Tia. It's just a little different with Tia. She gonna speak her mind. I love Tia. I don't think Tia needs to go. But Jazzy, Kay, and Angel, one of y'all will probably be losing your slot soon if y'all don't stop. Okay? Y'all got to chill out and know your role and know your place. Because right now, all of y'all trying to be front and center, steal the scene, get the mess going, get your moment, and it's just not working. That's just my opinion. With that, I didn't want to keep y'all too long. This is Generation X Nation, and I know I was all over the place sometimes, but that's just how I am. That's kind of how my brain works. I try to remember what I need to remember. Yeah, Jazzy, Kay, and Angel, get it together. Because Monique and Karen is lingering in the background. And that's all I'm going to say. With that being said, this is Generation X Nation. You guys go and have a great rest of your day. And again, just pray. Don't worry about what's going on in the world. Just make sure that you take care of you and your family and help in any way that you can, the best that you can. But we can't save everybody. All right. So the best thing to do is to make sure you take care of your loved ones around you. Y'all be safe out there and go out and have a great rest of your day. And with that, subscribe, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the freaking like button, hit the subscription button. Please. Y'all go out and have a great rest of your day. Peace. And I'm out.